So, episode 4 of Milf Manor premiered tonight. And for the past month, it's been one of my guilty pleasures to watch. I know, go ahead and make fun of me if you will, but I'm mainly entertained by it by the fact of how awkward and how bad, most of the young guys suck at talking to the older women. Some of them, a few of them are throwing themselves at them, and they're like, they're fucking up just by the fact of how horrible they are at talking to the women. And I'm just like, oh, you know, me in my 20s, I would have killed on this show. Like, I was so confident. I'm just like, I'm dumbfounded at how little game most of these guys have. There's two or three that have some proper game, but the rest of them, they absolutely suck at, you know, at closing the deal, sealing the deal. I'm just like watching, like, oh, you're trying too hard, dude, or you're not trying enough, or, how can you not get what she's putting down, you know? But I do like the fact that in tonight's episode, they kind of, casted off a mother and son, which I was totally for because I totally forgot they existed at points until they randomly popped up in interviews. I'm like, oh, they're there, like I just hardly ever remember seeing them. So I kind of wish, more reality shows would do that. I know Love is Blind does that. Um, they'll go after a select few stories and kind of just let the other ones, I guess, play out and cut it in the editing room or whatever. Um, but yeah, so one of the women I'm actually surprised doesn't have more male suitors is Charlene right here in the middle. I feel like she's one of the very few that's like natural. She has a really nice body. And she seems, for the most part, more down to earth than the other women. Uh more grounded for sure. Like some of the other ones are just insane and over the top. Um Shannon right here, she's also, one of the ones that's grounded. Um but the one I'm constantly switching my mind between is Kelly. Like I you could tell she's had some work done, but in episode 4, tonight's episode, she did look like really hot in some parts. But I wasn't a fan of how, she overreacted. It might have been episode 2, uh, of Stephanie and Paula, talking in Spanish. I was that kind of gave red flags, kind of gave that vibe of her needing to be asked where she was on January 6th. That's the kind of vibe it gave off. Like, hold up, she might be a Trumplican, like I don't know, man. Like that was kind of like I don't know if like most reality shows that kind of stage that or if that was like real. I mean, I know some people don't like that. Um, I mean, of course, I'm half Mexican, and if I could tell somebody's talking about me, I will get annoyed by it. But if they're just having like a regular conversation that doesn't regard you, I feel like you have no reason to be mad at all. And especially for the fact they're literally in Mexico. Like, come on, like that was over the top. That was kind of like a turn off. But they have kind of like let her redeem herself, maybe a little. I'm not sure. Um, and April right here, the first episode or so, they did kind of, focus her a lot, but it seems like the past few episodes, they really haven't. Um, and Paula, I feel like she's very attractive. Her accent, like most people, accents get me. So yeah, and but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like she's really there trying to click with anyone. Somebody mentioned no, she mentioned it to someone like, "Oh no, no, thank you. I'm trying to just spend time with my son." Like, why be on the show then if you ain't even gonna try to meet anyone or if you don't like anyone? Like, just ask to go home or something, just like remove yourself from the show if you're not even trying to like talk to someone like that, like I want to see the juicy stuff, I want to see the hooking up. Like if you ain't about it, if nobody like floats your boat as they say, then just leave. Uh So Young, they were hinting at her, and I believe his name is Jose tonight. Um it was pretty fucked up that she revealed that secret on national TV. Like that's pretty wild. I do feel for her son um on that one. But she's of course she's attractive, but she is a little she is a little over the top sometimes. Borderline like a stereotype also. I feel like the producers are very close to asking her to say the "Me love you long time" shit. Like I feel like it's teetering on that a little bit. I hope they don't. I hope she doesn't say it herself. But yeah, it's like it's borderline, going there. It feels like. And Stephanie, she's not pictured here, but Stephanie's, I say like behind Charlene, she's like probably the second one I find most attractive. Stephanie is fine. I will say that. Um, but that whole storyline tonight, that was kind of, I don't know. I don't know where they're going with that. Um, I can't remember either dude's name that's like trying to get with her, but I don't know. She needs to make up her mind which way she wants to go. She kind of is. In the preview for next week's episode, she said, "I'm too old to be playing games like this." But yes, she's playing games like that. Like how you gonna say that? But you're playing the games though. Like that is some shit that frustrated me when I was younger. Like now but you can't say that. Like I'm too old for these games, but you're playing these games. Like I feel like that was very contradicting of her. Like, nah, you're definitely playing these games. Like you could say that all you want. That doesn't make it true. And Shannon here, she seems natural too. She seems cool, down to earth. She's pretty. Um, I'm surprised. I'm also surprised more guys aren't going for her. But I mean, obviously, I feel like most people are going for Kelly because she does seem like the promiscuous type. Like I said, she's already tried to get with, I'd say, like 3 dudes already. Um, but yeah, I just wish, there wasn't a lot of cock blocking going on. Both mother and sons are like, no, I don't want them in my room or this or that. Like, that's why you're on the show. Like, you're trying to find someone you're attracted to, you're into, like, hey, you need that alone time, you need to find out. That's one of the things I do dislike about the show is they complain about having someone else in their room. Like that's the whole point of it. That's why you're here. Why are you complaining about that? But as I said, the main thing is I'm finding it entertaining to just watch these guys crash and burn with these women. If you just want some like mindless entertainment or something to put on in the background that might have the occasional like entertaining moment or you know, sexy man or woman in a bathing suit or shirtless. I mean, the women are shirtless, but the men, like go for it. There's some eye candy. I feel like there's a little bit of something for everything. Uh, but I will mention one more thing before I go. So just yesterday, I was talking to a coworker about that movie that just premiered on Netflix, You People, right? And I told her I felt like Jonah Hill's mom, played by Julie Louis Dreyfus. I feel like she was kind of over the top with her trying to relate to, Lauren London's character, with saying, bringing up hip hop and the hair and stuff like that. I was kind of like, I feel like she's trying too hard, but, I was my coworker I was talking to, she's a black woman, and she said, "No, I've really have experienced that um, in my actual life. Like maybe not that drastic, but I've experienced it." Um, but yeah, that was something happened tonight that brought that up. That reminded me of that exact conversation I had just yesterday. So Charlene was talking to the black dude, right? And she was throwing a little like a little slang talk in there, and she was like, "Oh, so are you all about the big booties or what?" Like, why are you gonna go straight for that question? I felt like that was like that reminded me of Jonah Hill's mom in that movie so much. Her saying, "So are you in the more big booties or what?" I feel like that was out of pocket. Like the way she was acting in their conversation, it just seemed like a little too. She was trying a little too hard to relate to him. Just the way she switched up and stuff like that. I was kind of like, ooh. I mean, that's not the way to do it, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm interested to see how it's gonna go. See see where they're gonna take this show. I I honestly don't think anyone's gonna find love. But hey, I will I'll be shocked if they do, to be honest. But yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Have you watched it? Um, what do you like, dislike about the show? Yeah, just let me know. I'm interested to see and talk to more people that have watched it. Hope you enjoy.